Delarite, my MVVs, welcome. Happy New Week, Delarite. How are you guys doing, my lovers? I love you guys. So let's see the update for today, okay? We have gotten a disturbing report that, Ede Road Ifa diviners have rejected Opa Orimiyan, accused Ooni of Ife of mystical bias for Queen Naomi. This is what is going on right about now in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. We are all aware of what has been going on, how they have listed 13 items for Queen Naomi's, final full moon ritual that's supposed to come up on the 21st of this month. And then Ooni of Ife has done everything within his power to get it. Iyanifa has been in the grove, so many diviners. They even brought so many other diviners after they started finding it difficult to get the remaining 3 items. And as God will have it, they got one, and they got the second one that was so difficult, being the Opa Orimiyan. Now, as we are hearing what is going on, they said Ede Road diviners have come up to say that is not the real Opa Orimiyan. They're accusing Ooni of Ife of favoritism, doing everything that is within his power to favor Queen Naomi. Okay, there is a lot of accusations are ongoing right now as we are hearing. If the information is correct, they are saying it's not the real Opa Orimiyan, that Kabiyesi cannot use that, they cannot use that, they need to go in search of the real Opa Orimiyan. You know that when these people gave that list, they were hoping that it's going to be impossible for Queen Naomi to get those items, or for anybody to get those items for Queen Naomi. They gave the worst list ever that you can give, spiritual list. Imagine, for a ritual that has to do with love, what has Opa Orimiyan got to do with it? But they've included it. But Ooni of Ife swore that he is going to bring his wife back to his life, and no matter what they're going. In fact, that was the reason why Kabiyesi had made Iyanifa his spiritual, his spiritual, I think, assistant or something. Okay, and so these people had thought that this would not be possible. They would never be able to find this item. So Naomi will stay where she is. She will never, whatever, even if Kabiyesi wants, let Kabiyesi be doing, underground movement with Naomi the entire time. That is not their problem. Naomi will never be able to come back to the palace. Naomi will never be seen in public with Kabiyesi, because that is their biggest problem, okay? And so that was why they generated this very impossible list. From the first ritual, the second one, and this last one has been so cumbersome. But Kabiyesi has done everything, and right now they want to start frustrating this because they felt like the Opa Orimiyan was not accessible. They were never, ever going to find it. They forgot that Kabiyesi is the only living deity. When they call you the only living deity, they are calling you that for a reason. There is nothing that Kabiyesi cannot access. There is nothing, as long as he wants to access it, because it's not his power that he is on that throne. It's, his ancestors that gave him permission to be the Ooni of Ife. And he is a good man with a good heart. And so if you sit back there and you think that you will give any list, he will not access it. He will access it unless he is not aligning with that energy to bring that spiritual item out. So this is what is going on right about now in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delarama. I bring you fresh and spicy just from the source. It's still on the royals. How I guys still appreciate you so much. I love you. I share and do all my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Happy New Week to you. I love you guys, Delarite. Thank you so much for your support, for your love, for your kindness, for everything. I would never ever take this for granted one day. Delarite, my Delarite, my Delarite, my own people. Delarite, my Delarite, my Delarite, my own people. Delarite, what was supposed to be a moment of victory, has turned into a spiritual earthquake in the sacred city of Ile after months of mystery, tension, and endless spiritual consultation. The long loss of Opa Orimiyan, yes, the very staff needed to complete Queen Naomi's full, moon ritual was finally found. The entire palace had erupted in jubilation. Elders, dance women of the lineage, dance. For a moment, it felt like the heavens had smiled once again on the journey of Queen Naomi's restoration. But that joy did not last. From the sacred part of Ede Road, a powerful faction of Ifa diviners has come forward with shocking allegations. These are not ordinary babalawos. These are high-ranking spiritual voices, respected gatekeepers of the deepest tradition. And what they are saying is shocking. The royal house to it very rude, according to them. The Opa Orimiyan that was presented and accepted by the palace, the one the Ooni of Ife personally declared as authentic, is not the real one. They claim it is a manipulated artifact spiritually configured to favor Queen Naomi's final ritual. In their word, this staff was born of convenience, not of divine selection, and they are not just questioning the object, they are boldly questioning the intention of the monarch. Daylight, imagine the gravity of such statement. They accuse the monarch of bending ancient orders of, favoring Queen Naomi not by divine instruction but by personal affection. This has split the divination community into two fierce factions, one led by the Lafogidi circle, who believe the staff was genuinely revealed through ancestral, guidance, and the other by the Ede Road diviners who believe the staff was staged to smooth the way. Sorry, the first one led by the Gise Seku, who believed the staff was genuinely revealed through ancestral guidance, and the other by the Edo Road diviners who believed the staff was staged to smooth the way for Queen Naomi's reinstatement. Okay. Wahala, I hear they say wahala get kebe. The palace, of course, is boiling. There is no peace. This is just a matter of spiritual opinion. It's a matter of royal power and divine legitimacy. Because if Queen Naomi proceed with her final full moon ritual using that Opa Orimiyan, it won't just discredit her. It will attract ancestral road. This is what the Ede Road diviners are saying. Now, the Ooni of Ife clearly refuses at the open rebellion and spiritual, insubordination has taken matters into his own hand. At a closed-door emergency council meeting with the elders in council, voices were raised, feet slammed on sacred stools, and the unthinkable happened. The Ooni of Ife, has been so upset, and he has threatened. And in fact, there are so many things that have been done. And to settle the matter once and for all, Ooni has declared that the Opa Orimiyan will undergo a two-part test. I'm going to come back to that, but what this means is that these people have decided. Okay, so let me explain something to you again, okay? Now, if you know Ile-Ife very well, the Ede Road is, where, Ebony's family house is. That is where they are. They have a lot of diviners there. You don't know that Ebony comes from a divining family, okay? And so they have a lot of diviners there. And these diviners are people who are the arm of affairs in the royal council. And so their decision means a lot. They are very strong. Now, in all of the ruling houses, I think from what we are hearing, if the information is correct, the Lafogidi has to be the most powerful. And most of these Ede Road diviners are from the Lafogidi dynasty. And they are saying, yes, so they are right. This is not a small thing that they are saying that Opa Orimiyan is not the real one. They want the real one brought out from wherever it is. And that is the only one that could be used to reinstate Queen Naomi. But if Kabiyesi is thinking of using this very one, it's never going to hold. There's going to be a very serious problems in the palace, and they are ready to make the palace ungovernable for, or rather, let me use the word unrulable for Kabiyesi. That is never going to happen. But you and I know where this is coming from. It's not coming from a place of, it's not coming from a good place. It's coming from a place of the fact that they are disappointed about the fact that everything they have asked for, Kabiyesi has been able to provide. They just don't want Queen Naomi back in the palace, and they are ready to fight no matter what to ensure that a gorgeous woman doesn't return back to her husband. That is exactly what is going on now. I don't need to talk too much. You already know what is going on. And Kabiyesi is standing on his grounds, and he is saying that we will do whatever we need to do, and that my wife, 25th of June 2025, my wife returns back to my life. Kabiyesi could care less if she doesn't return to the palace. Queen Naomi doesn't even want to return to the palace in the first place because she knows that it will not be convenient for her to stay in the palace. But to the life of her husband, Ooni of Ife wants Queen Naomi reinstated into his life once and for all. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.